Hello, loves. Welcome back to another episode of the LOVE Unplugged podcast. It's me, Jessica, your host for today, and I'm excited to share that I am bringing back the solo shows. So if you've been here for a while, you may remember Self Saturdays. Well, I took a break from doing those solo shows to focus on business development and serving my clients, but recently I felt a nudge to bring them back, and apparently you felt it too because you've been asking for them. So I'm beyond excited to reconnect with you all one-on-one, shaping the foundation for the many transformative conversations that we're going to embark upon together in the future. Now it's time to take your business from surviving to soaring with a foolproof operational foundation. We're diving into a game-changing topic that is the backbone of your business, and that is the art of operations. We're talking about not just surviving, but thriving by having a solid operational foundation in place. Now, I often hear from entrepreneurs who are passionate and driven, but find themselves entangled in the day-to-day weeds of their business. Does this sound familiar to you? Let's discuss why having a rock-solid operational foundation in place isn't just a nice to have, but it's a must-have. Then we're going to pull back the curtain on 2 real-world restaurants to learn some vital lessons. This case study is going to be on one of my favorite shows right now called The Bear. Yes, it's a fictitious show, but I can guarantee that these examples are based on real restaurants out there as we speak. So if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. One of the restaurants has their operations down to a fine art, and the other, unfortunately, serves as a cautionary tale. Their stories are packed with insights that'll get you thinking differently about your own business setup. And just a reminder, entrepreneurship is not a solo journey. We grow, we learn, and we succeed as part of a supportive community. And that's why I love having these one-on-one conversations with you. It fosters that sense of community that we all need, including myself. So go ahead, grab a cup of organic tea, take out your journal, and let's get down to some serious business. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable strategies to bring your operational game to a next level. All right, so are you ready to dive in? Let's get started. So let's unveil the importance of an operational foundation. Let's be honest, operating a business isn't merely about having a fabulous website or having a massive Instagram following. It's a complex interplay of processes, technology, and people. Yes, that's your operational trifecta. Imagine a business where every action is rooted in strategy, optimized for efficiency, and designed to elevate the client experience. It's not only a dream, it's a well-oiled machine. Before we delve into today's eye-opening case study, let's first explore the measurable value of a robust operational foundation. Think of it as the architecture of a building. It may not be visible from the outside, but it's absolutely vital for the structural integrity. Without well-planned architecture, even the most luxurious of buildings would be susceptible to collapse. Similarly, an operational foundation isn't a luxury, it's your business's essential backbone. So let's break down the benefits. 1, team clarity and unity. When your team knows precisely what to do and how to do it, they become ambassadors for your vision, fully aligned and equipped to propel your mission forwards. 2, increased profit margins. Streamlined processes and efficient systems reduced waste, leading to lean operations that amplify your profitability. 3, customer satisfaction. Your clients will certainly notice the difference. A seamless operational experience often translates into loyalty and enthusiastic word of mouth, and free word of mouth. Scalability. With an efficient operational foundation, scaling your business becomes calculated, strategic maneuver rather than a risky game. Freedom is another one. Yes, freedom. You richly deserve to lead, innovate, and savor the life that you've designed, all while confident in your business that it's operating smoothly even in your absence. Now that we've laid out the transformative power of a well-crafted operational foundation, you might be wondering, how does this all come together in the real world? Well, you're in for a treat. To illustrate just how monumental this can be for a business, we're going to delve into a tale of 2 restaurants from the popular show, The Bear. This case study is more than just a cautionary tale. It's a vivid illustration that will empower you with insights you can apply to your own business journey. So grab a notebook. This is something you're going to want to remember. And if you haven't seen it, tune into the show. We're diving into season 2, episode 7. So imagine walking into 2 different restaurants. In the first, your senses are jolted by chaos, a whirlwind of noise, disarray, and tension. Now shift your perspective and step into a entirely different realm, a world meticulously designed, where every detail serves a purpose and contributes to a magnificent experience. So let's go into case study 1, The Beef, an epic dive into chaos. So just a heads up, The Beef is the name of the restaurant before it is transformed into the bear. The Beef might sound like a quirky, lovable spot. Don't be fooled though. When you step inside, you're met with an overwhelming sense of disarray. The noise level, ear-piercing, and not from customer chatter or laughter, but from a clash of frustrated employees yelling across the room. The atmosphere, well, it overwhelms the senses, and not in a good way. A stark contrast to the inviting experience one would hope for. So let's dive into the details that contribute to this overwhelming establishment. First one is sanitation and aesthetics. Far from spotless, one could even describe it as neglectful. Dirty dishes piled up, stained countertops, dirty floors, grease on the walls, aprons are not well kept. It's not very appealing and makes one wonder about the sanitation and quality of the food served. Now, leadership, virtually non-existent. The management team seems more like a disorganized cluster of people who, yes, while they love their jobs, lack the vision and skill to lead. Team dynamics? Rather than collaborating harmoniously, employees at the Beef are in constant conflict. They are not on the same page, leading to stressful workdays filled with raised voices and finger pointing. The result? A toxic work environment where no one feels motivated to improve. Communication. Well, employees express their daily tribulations and frustrations not in a constructive manner, but by yelling, swearing, and quite frankly, engaging in behavior that falls short of professionalism. Client experience. Let's not even talk about the atmosphere that this creates for customers. Forget attention to detail. They're lucky if they get what they ordered. This environment attracts a certain clientele and not the type that leaves glowing reviews. Financial health. Predictably, this lack of reliable systems has led to a lackluster financials. Revenue isn't just the issue, efficient use of that revenue is. Now let's shift gears. The high-end alternative where excellence reigns. When you walk into this restaurant, a wave of tranquility washes over you. Every square inch has been curated to engage your senses positively. Now let's break it down. The environment. It's not just clean, it's immaculate. The smell that wafts by is not of cleaning products, but of fresh ingredients. The decor, well, it's intentional, designed to make you feel comfortable, yet luxurious. The attention to detail. A smudge on a fork is enough to spark a team meeting. Why? Because here every detail is a silent ambassador of the brand. Precision is at its peak, even down to the tape cutting for the food container labels. Professionalism. You won't hear a single curse word. Every staff member communicates with a level of professionalism that sets a respectful, positive tone throughout the entire restaurant. Leadership and structure. The management team doesn't just sit in an office. They are hands-on, on the ground with the staff, setting the standard high. The owner, who actively participates in the kitchen activities, sets the tone for a culture of integrity and dedicated craftsmanship. Believe it or not, the owner was even peeling mushrooms and does so regularly in the show. This is hands-on leadership at its finest. Team dynamics. So unlike the Beef, employees here are in sync. They understand their responsibilities clearly, and they communicate effortlessly. They hold efficient team meetings where tasks are outlined, achievements are acknowledged, and setbacks are constructively discussed. Integrity and honesty are ingrained in all they do. Let's talk about client base. This restaurant doesn't just have customers. It has an entire community of dedicated patrons. In fact, they've cultivated such a loyal following that the wait list stretches into the thousands, 5 to be exact. Personal touch. Research isn't just for academics. Here, they take the time to understand their guest preferences before they even set foot into the restaurant. Now, this is next level. Imagine a car picking you up just because you've been moved from the wait list to the coveted reservations list. Yes, that's right. If they move you from the wait list to a reservation, they send a car to pick you up. Now, that's the level of service that we're talking about. Robust communication. Every team member is trained in the art of unobtrusive communication. So notes are written and passed in a manner so seamless that customers often remain blissfully unaware. It's akin to a secret service operation. Every move is calculated to maintain the atmosphere. This isn't just note passing, it's a dynamic real-time information relay system. A customer was overheard saying that they wish they were able to get a deep dish pizza before leaving the city to their family at that table. This information was overheard by the attentive staff and was relayed to the kitchen, who immediately slowed down service to that table, ordered deep dish pizza from the best parlor, which is the one that the customer mentioned, and picked it up immediately. Did they simply serve the pizza to the table in a box or on a plate? While that could have sufficed, no, they didn't. They took it up a notch and turned it into their own beautiful creation, keeping the dish in line with the restaurant's style. Now, freedom-centric, their well-structured operational system affords them the freedom to focus on innovation and professional growth. Employees don't just clock in and clock out, they contribute to a vision and they grow with the business. Financial health, efficiency, and quality service translate into robust financial health. They don't just aim for short-term wins, they're building an empire based on quality and integrity. So in both restaurants, the environment, the team, and the customers is a reflection of the operational maturity or lack thereof. The high-end restaurant serves unforgettable experiences, establishing a loyal community. On the flip side, the beef serves up a plate of disappointments to both its team and its customers. No matter your industry, the operational framework is the linchpin that holds everything together. So I want to touch on another important point. In this episode, you can see the transformation that Richie goes through after experiencing a different environment. He begins to have better habits. His communication improves. His excitement and his passion shows through. He begins to have respect and appreciation for the establishment, its customers, but he also begins to respect himself more. When team members like Richie are immersed in a culture such as the high-end restaurant, they elevate their personal standards and find renewed purpose in their roles. This respect for the job and the business is mutual, enriching both the individual and the team. As standards rise, a ripple effect of excellence reverberates through the community of team members and clients alike, fostering a fellowship based on shared values. Leadership becomes the collective mission. It's not merely about clocking hours, it's about contributing to a legacy built on excellence, growth, and integrity. Ultimately, an integrity-driven environment provides the freedom to excel, positively shaping the lives while bolstering business success. So how can you emulate this in your own business? Introducing this caliber of integrity into your operations could be the game changer you've been searching for. So let's break down the initial steps that you can take. Number one, begin with an operational audit. Begin by conducting a thorough audit of each functional area within your business. Invite your team to participate if you have one, because sometimes the keenest insights come from the ground up. This exercise is your first step toward achieving a bird's eye view of the complexities, the inefficiencies, and bottlenecks in your business. Use this as an opportunity to reassess and realign with your business vision. 3, process mapping, one of my favorite things. Document existing processes with a fine-tooth comb. The trick here isn't just to capture them as they exist, but to invite a dialogue around them. Don't let the existing flaws discourage you. They're opportunities for growth. Remember, your community within your company will benefit from a shared understanding of how things currently function. 3, Optimize and automate. So now scrutinize the processes you've mapped out. Identify potential areas for enhancement and wherever possible, automation. Think about how technology can not just fill the gaps, but elevate your operations to a new level. 4, you're going to make some tech savvy choices. Technology can be your best ally in this journey. Be discerning and intentional about your choices. So offer platforms that your team will not just use, but enjoy using. This will not only increase adoption rates, but also boost morale. 5, masterful implementation. So with your tech stack decided, it's time to weave it in seamlessly into your operations. This is where the rubber meets the road. Implement workflows, set up automations, and integrate these tools into the daily activities of your team. It's not merely about implementation, it's about integration. 6, strategic outsourcing. Now comes the pivotal point of understanding what doesn't need your direct attention. With your well-oiled processes and aligned technology, identify tasks that can be outsourced. But don't just outsource wisely and strategically. Remember, time isn't just money, it's freedom. The freedom to dream big, to scale, and redefine your success. And letting go of certain things will allow you to have more freedom to do so. So by embracing these steps, not only will you create a thriving, efficient business, but you'll also forge a community of empowered individuals working towards that shared vision. It's not just about meeting industry standards, it's about setting new ones within your company. And this brings me to your call of action. Reflect on your operational aspects of your business right now. Identify your strengths and your vulnerabilities. You owe it to yourself and your community that you serve. So grab a cup of organic tea or coffee, sit down with your team, map out your operational foundation, create an action plan, and start implementing it slowly, step by step. Remember, your operations aren't just a static framework. They should evolve as you do and as your business grows. By taking this step, you're not just setting your business up for success, you're setting yourself up for a life of freedom, a business that can run even when you're not there, and a legacy that makes a lasting impact. Join a community of entrepreneurs who value robust operational foundations, transparency, and empowerment. Share your insights, your challenges, and your wins, because we're in this together. And that, my love, is the freedom-centric holistic business approach in action. So thank you for joining me today. And as we continue on this journey, know that you're not alone. We are a community of impassioned entrepreneurs committed to elevating each other and the world around us. So stay tuned for the next episode where we'll dive even deeper into the nuances of business operations and even more invaluable insights. So until next time, loves, remember you have the freedom to dream big and the power to make it happen.